So similarly, a value that is more than Q3 plus 1.5 times the IQR is considered a high outlier. So this Q3 plus 1.5 times the IQR gives us our upper fence. So basically on a number line we would compute these two values. So let's say here's our lower fence down here, and we compute and we get an upper fence. So any values that are between these fences are not considered outliers. But anything that's below the lower fence is considered a low outlier. And anything above the upper fence would be considered a high outlier. And again, we will be using technology to compute these values. So now a box plot, or a box and whisker plot, is a graphical display of the 5-number summary. So this is another graph that we get for quantitative data, in addition to the histogram that we looked at back in Chapter 2. So it can be drawn vertically or horizontally, although we typically will be drawing them horizontally. The basic format is a box from Q1 to Q3 with a vertical line across the box for the median. And then we've got horizontal lines that kind of look like whiskers that extend out from the center of the box out to each end to the min and the max. So the minimum and maximum can be represented with dots. So don't forget to label the tick marks on the number line and give the graph a title. So figure 3.3.1 gives us a picture of a typical box plot. So again, we can see that we have this box that goes from Q1 to Q3, okay, and with the median in between. So again, all of these would be reflective over, a value down here on the number line. And then again, we would extend a whisker down to the minimum and another whisker on the right side up to the maximum. So an alternate form of a box and whisker plot, which is actually going to be more useful to us in this course, is known as a modified box plot. And that only extends the left line to the smallest value that's greater than the lower fence. Okay, so the lowest value that didn't go isn't considered a low outlier, and it extends the left line to the largest value that's less than the upper fence. So again, it only goes out to the last value, the highest value that we would have had that was not a high outlier. And it displays with certain markers like dots or circles or asterisks, depending on the form of technology you're using, for each of the outliers. So any of the values that go beyond the fences are given a particular symbol so that we can identify it. So it's a modified box plot. It's a box plot that's been modified to clearly designate outliers to us.